And now we come to the point in the program to honor the Woman of the Hour, Peggy Morton. I first met Peggy, I think it was 2005 or so, and I was a relative newbie in the activist scene, and Peggy fast became a mentor and a friend, and I began to learn about her background and the quite interesting and exciting life that she has led in the area of peace and social justice. She began working for peace at 17 when she brought opposition to the US demand to install nuclear-armed missiles on Canadian soil. She's known for a number of different organizations and different causes, particularly in peace, women's issues, labor. She's currently the candidate for the Marxist-Leninist Party of Canada in the federal election. She calling to make Canada a zone for peace, withdraw from NATO and NORAD, and end Canada's integration into US homeland security and wars of aggression. Many of us know Peggy as one of the spokespeople with the Edmonton Coalition Against War and Racism, as well as with Women for Rights and Empowerment and the May Day Committee. She, as a hospital worker, she was president of her union local for more than 2 decades. And this year, Peggy received the Alberta Federation of Labour May Day Award for your untiring contribution to Canadian sovereignty, peace and social justice, and your dedication to improving working conditions for all Albertans, as well as receiving the Edmonton and District Labour Council Labour Appreciation Award, both of which were very, very well deserved. Well, now Peggy has one more award to add to this growing list, the 2019 Salvos Prelorentzos Peace Award. It is my honor tonight to present to Peggy Morton.
To the members of Project Ploughshares, I thank you very much for your consideration. Can you hear me? Yes. We work very hard, all of us together, and to take the time to value what we do, I think is priceless. It's my honor to accept this award on behalf of all those who have contributed their efforts to the work we do for peace, against aggression and war, for the right of all countries, big or small, to chart their own course, for the peaceful resolution of conflict, and in defense of the rights of all. To receive this award given by those who also work for peace, to recognize the efforts we all make for an end to aggression and war, and to make Canada a zone for peace is very precious. It's a big thrill, and I thank you very much. For all of us who are working for peace, the issue of empowerment is at the heart of the matter. We are here today because we recognize the serious situation we face and the importance of our work. Canada has developed the reputation of an appeaser of US aggression and war and interference into the internal affairs of other countries. It is imposing US aims by using sanctions which devastate the most vulnerable and leave unforgivable economic and social scars. Canadians are entitled to make the decisions which pertain to matters of war and peace, and that's why we say that the issue of empowerment is at the heart of the matter. Canadians want their country to be a factor for peace in the world, but there's no escaping the reality that at this time, taking a stand which opposes US imperialist designs is taboo, as is discussion which questions Canada's membership in NATO and NORAD, which puts Canada's armed forces under US military command, as Dougal so eloquently explained to you. This means our work is all the more important at this time to speak out about these matters and make sure that the stands that favor the cause of peace are discussed, even at the cost of being called enemy agents and the like, which they are doing. We say not in our name to war, aggression, and destruction, and use our voices to unite people in action. The US war industry and war machine are also the biggest polluters in the world. Those of us who hold the cause of protecting the natural environment close to our hearts must link its needs to the program to make Canada a zone for peace. So really what I have to say to you tonight is let us together unite to strengthen our anti-imperialist peace movement and our solidarity with all peoples all over the world who are facing US NATO-led war aggression threats and who are standing up in defense of their sovereignty and right to decide. We must end the blockade of Cuba and demand the return of Guantanamo, which has been turned into a military base and torture base by the US. We must make sure no invasion of Venezuela is permitted and Latin America is a zone of peace as well. We must step up our support for the American working class, whose fight is decisive to stop the racist American state with its police actions at home and abroad and its deportations and separation of families and caging of children. With the deepest affection, I pledge to work even harder to deserve this award so that our common cause for peace and to defend the rights of all wins out sooner rather than later. To my family, my husband Brian, who's here tonight, who are always together with me in this work, to my fellow workers and fellow fighters, and to my comrades who make it possible for us to make our contributions, my sincere thanks and deepest regards. Thank you very much.